What if you, like Geralt in The Witcher, overcame your fears and found true belonging? When he connects with Yennefer and Ciri, it is with strong skepticism. Is he better off alone? But something deep inside him longs for friendship. Dare he dream of love? Let's draw inspiration from The Witcher and delve into 5 vital steps to slay your loneliness and build the feeling of belonging that we all need. Step 1. Lower your armor. Geralt of Rivia roamed the lands in search of monsters to slay. Despite his strength and skill, Geralt lacked the most basic for a good life: a genuine connection with others. Like all of us, Geralt carried his share of wounds and scars after being hurt by others. Courageous against monsters, but crumbled under his fear of being hurt again. Have you felt like building a protective wall to keep yourself safe from others hurting you? It seems like a good idea, right? But the truth is, even if we build that wall, people's painful words and actions can still find a way to reach us. And what's even worse, the lonely feeling we get inside that wall is even more painful than the hurt we wanted to protect ourselves from. In fact, connection to others are so ingrained in our DNA that a properly fed newborn will die without physical or emotional connection to another person. Luckily for Geralt, destiny pushes him into the life of Princess Ciri, making him her protector. Throughout their adventure together, something amazing happens. Geralt realizes that his own healing journey is not just about himself, it's also about helping others heal too. Geralt learns an invaluable lesson. Not everyone can handle his wounds, but it is even more challenging for them to deal with his weapons. You see, Geralt possessed formidable weapons, both physical and metaphorical. His swords could slay monsters, but his emotional armor often pushed people away. Similarly, in our own lives, many relationships crumble not because someone couldn't handle our wounds, but because they couldn't cope with our weapons, the emotional defenses we've built to protect ourselves. These weapons might be walls of mistrust, swords of harsh words, or shields of isolation. Just as Geralt embarks on quests to confront monsters, you too must venture out into the world, doing what you fear. Connect with others. Yes, you will get hurt again, that is inevitable, but you can handle it. Your tribe is out there, if you dare open yourself up for it. As you step outside your comfort zones, you come to realize that finding connections isn't about possessing superpowers. It's about recognizing the powers you already have, forces greater than you might think. Just like Geralt was pushed into a relationship with Ciri and Yennefer, you too might need to push yourself, firmly but with compassion and understanding. If you cannot do it for yourself, do it for others, as the next step describes. Step 2. Empathy is your weapon. Now, what if I told you there's a simple yet powerful trick from therapy that can transform your perspective and help you overcome those fears of connecting with people? It's all about changing how we look at things. Instead of dwelling on our own fears and loneliness, shift our focus to what you can do for others. You see, by helping others, you actually help yourself too. Geralt discovers that helping others becomes his lifeline to building relationships with people like Ciri and Yennefer. When you lend a hand to others, you inspire them to connect with you in return. Despite his reputation as a stoic monster hunter, Geralt exhibits a remarkable capacity for empathy throughout his journeys. He encounters individuals who are marginalized, outcasts, or in need of help, and he shows a genuine willingness to listen to and understand their experiences. Geralt often finds himself embroiled in complex conflicts involving different factions, races, and individuals. Instead of resorting to violence, he strives to understand the motivations and perspectives of all parties involved. Whether it's a peasant seeking justice, a monster plagued by a curse, or a friend in need, Geralt listens attentively and demonstrates a deep understanding of their emotions and challenges. Well, except for Jaskier, who he finds quite annoying. But when Geralt realizes that he needs Jaskier's talents, he learns the value of being patient with their differences, even if those differences can be challenging at times. The wise and empathetic Atticus Finch, from Harper Lee's novel To Kill a Mockingbird, famously said,
"You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view.
Sir?
Till you climb inside of his skin, walk around in it."
His words serve as a powerful reminder that we must first listen with our hearts. It takes courage to truly listen, to set aside our preconceived notions, and to be fully present in the moment. This mirror of empathy helps us connect on a profound level, forging bonds built on the realization that we fight many of the same battles and that we are not alone in our struggle. While seeking genuine connections, remember that it's not only about giving, but also receiving. It's about feeling at home within yourself, nurturing self-love. Now, self-love may often be misunderstood as selfishness or constant self-pity, but it's so much more than that. And that brings us to our next step. Step 3, accepting ourselves. Do you know what it truly takes to establish genuine connections and a sense of belonging? Surprisingly, it begins with the relationship we have with ourselves. Amidst the hustle and bustle of life, we often forget that before we can fully connect with others, we must first nurture a deep and meaningful bond with our own selves. Hey, if you enjoy this video, a quick like and subscribe would mean the world to me. Your support directly impacts my journey toward improving and delivering even better content in the future. Thanks. The journey of Yennefer of Vengerberg illustrates the importance of accepting yourself. Yennefer is a powerful sorceress that begins her life as a hunchbacked and disfigured young woman, facing rejection and cruelty from others. She undergoes a risky magical transformation, sacrificing her fertility and physical deformity in exchange for enhanced beauty and formidable sorceress abilities. However, despite her newfound beauty and power, Yennefer still struggles with self-acceptance and a sense of emptiness. She becomes driven by a desire to be loved and accepted by others, often seeking validation from external sources. However, as the story progresses, Yennefer learns valuable lessons about self-worth and the importance of accepting herself for who she truly is. To truly belong to someone else, you must first belong to yourself, and that requires accepting your vulnerability. Imagine vulnerability as a delicate butterfly fluttering within the depths of your being. It yearns to spread its fragile wings and take flight, but often we resist, fearing that it may get crushed in the process. However, it is in embracing this vulnerability that you unlock a world of growth, and that feeling of loneliness weakens. As Brené Brown said, vulnerability is not winning or losing, it's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome. Vulnerability is not weakness, it's our greatest measure of courage. Step 4. Practice active communication. What if I told you that the key to building strong and fulfilling relationships lies in the art of communication? It's not just a simple exchange of words, it's a powerful tool that can create deep connections and foster understanding. Imagine it as a magical potion that has the power to bridge gaps and create strong connections. In the realm of relationships, Geralt shows us the importance of practicing active communication. In the TV series, Geralt starts off as a closed book, keeping his thoughts and desires hidden. It's like a treasure chest without a key. But as he and Yennefer navigate their romantic journey, they discover the power of communication. Like alchemists sharing secret ingredients, they learn to express themselves openly and honestly. It's like casting a spell that unlocks the doors to their souls, dissolving misunderstandings and fueling their connection. In our own lives, it's vital to remember that others can't read our minds. If we remain passive and silent, it's like casting an invisibility spell on our feelings and needs. We might unintentionally give the impression that we're disinterested in connecting with others. To break the spell of miscommunication, we need to be active participants in the conversation. We can imagine communication as a vibrant tapestry, with each thread representing our thoughts, feelings, and desires. By weaving these threads together through open and honest communication, we create a masterpiece of understanding and connection. But hey, remember, you're not supposed to find a sense of belonging with every person you encounter. It is natural and completely acceptable to not feel connected to everyone we meet, and this is not a fault of our own or theirs. However, when seeking to make meaningful connections, one thing that really matters is Step 5. Find common ground. Have you ever wondered what makes certain connections so powerful and enduring? What if I told you that the secret lies in finding common ground? Dictators employ this strategy to maintain their grip on power, while presidential candidates utilize it to secure elections, the art of rallying people around a shared cause or a common enemy. This powerful tool effectively diminishes perceived differences, fostering a collective identity that unites us. It resonates with us, much like the bond between Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer, as it erases divisions and engenders a sense of solidarity. Geralt, the skilled monster hunter, Ciri, the powerful princess, and Yennefer, the cunning sorceress, each possess unique qualities, However, it is when they discover shared interests and goals that their individual strengths truly flourish. By finding common ground, their bond deepens, leading to enhanced trust, understanding, and cooperation. They learn to complement and support one another, becoming greater as a trio than the sum of each of them alone. Their shared purpose empowers them to overcome obstacles that would be insurmountable alone. How can you align your interests, visions, and purpose with like-minded people and enjoy the camaraderie that naturally evolves? When we embrace common ground, the walls of division crumble and bridges of compassion emerge. It allows us to see beyond superficial disparities and discover the beauty of our shared humanity. With open hearts and minds, we unveil the intricate patterns that bind us together, forging a collective identity that celebrates our diversity. As George Leonard said, "At the heart of each of us, whatever our imperfections, there exists a silent pulse of perfect rhythm, which is absolutely individual and unique, and yet which connects us to everything else." By finding the courage to implement these 5 steps, you can create meaningful relationships and find your place in the world. The next video will give you even more tools to slay your loneliness and feel more connected. Loneliness is both a symptom of your relationship with yourself and your relationship with others. Click on the next video to empower yourself to build a more authentic life that lay the foundations for true belonging.